For months, CKPG has been following the story of the Homeland Inn. Police say the property has become known for drug trafficking, prostitution, and other disturbances. City Bylaw Services has also been watching closely and suspended the owner's business license in November. Today, the owner went before council to appeal that decision.
On a scale of 1 to 10 for calls for service,
Your worship, during that particular time period, I put it at an 11.
Not exactly a ringing endorsement about the building formerly known as the Homeland Inn. Between March 2011 and October 2013, there were 250 calls for service.
There's calls in here, weapons offenses, neighborhood disputes, drug trafficking.
Costing the RCMP hundreds of man-hours and tens of thousands of dollars.
I mean, why did the city have to go to this extent and this much money to get them to do something?
Bylaw Services handed down a 6-month suspension to the business license holder in November last year. Representing himself, owner Philip Daniluk went before council to appeal it.
It's pretty hard for any business just to stop for 6 months. We've moved ahead. We had always planned to make improvements to the property to begin with, so in our eyes we're kind of proceeding with what the original plan was.
Daniluk has evicted the tenants, changed the name to the Willow Inn, and says he spent $70,000 on repairs.
We went there's black mold, broken windows. How did it get to that point?
Probably partially damage from tenants, partially mismanagement.
Daniluk lives in Burnaby, and he said the previous property manager was not keeping him up to date on just how bad things were getting.
I absolutely do have a stake in the community. I've been doing business here for 10 years now.
These out-of-town landlords, let's get on their tails and make them fix their places up.
It's a part of a neighborhood, it's a block away from a school, it's on a business corridor, and there's homes and neighbors living directly above it who have been complaining for years.
When asked if he owned any other properties with a suspended license, Daniluk said no. However, he also owns the London Hotel, which does have a suspended license, a detail the mayor didn't miss.
So far we've heard some conflicting information. We've had, unfortunately, a few evasive answers, a deceitful answer, so this is not a very great process that we're sitting through today.
In the end, council agreed unanimously on a 1-year suspension. Had Daniluk accepted the penalty in November, he would have been open for business next month. Kelly Linehan, CKPG News.